Every man dreams of having all three: fame, fortune, and females, but that is exactly how you end up losing everything. Master 1, perfect. Master 2, good luck. All 3 is chaos. Every man wants to be seen, that's fame. Every man wants to have power, that's fortune. Every man wants to be wanted, that's females. But each one comes with a price, and the moment you choose all 3 at once, you don't rise, you become fractured. Fame is the ego trap. You become known, but not understood. You chase external validation, likes, follows, applause, even validation from your own parents, and you lose your own soul in the process. You want everyone to see you, but no one really knows you. Fame isn't just about making a name for yourself and being famous to where, everyone knows who you are. Real fame can be found in what you do for your community, what you do with the circle of people that are in your life, so they can learn to rely on you, so they can trust you, and that goes for the people in your family, that goes for your wife, your partner, your spouse, that goes for your children, that goes for your parents, that goes for your friends, that goes for your neighbors. Every single person in your circle, in your town, in your city should know, if they know your name, they know what kind of man you are. That's real fame. And what tends to happen is that men will trade the fame that they already have, the good name that they've built up around their own family, their partners, their neighbors, their town, and they'll trade all of that in for more likes, for more applause, just to get internet points that you can't really spend on anything. It's an attempt to live a lifestyle sacrificing your own name for it. Fame feeds the ego constantly, over and over again, but eventually you reach that tipping point, then it feeds on ego. We call this ego death. It's when the only thing you've built up for yourself in your life is your name, but you don't really have anything else under it. You don't really have morality. You don't really have a structure, a mode of being, a moral compass for how you conduct your affairs in this world. And what happens is, once you do get a little bit of success, because you sacrificed who you were for it, in order to keep that fame, you'll have to sacrifice your ego now to where you don't even get that. Real fame comes from you being a good man for your family and for your community. And if that's all you ever do in this life, you absolutely made it. Sacrificing those things for a bigger paycheck, a nicer car, and a bigger house is not going to make you happy, and it's not going to make the people around you more safe, more secure, and it won't make them trust you more either. Because they know if you're willing to sacrifice all of that for personal gain, you're probably willing to sacrifice them for personal gain as well. And at the end of it all, you've got to sacrifice your ego just for a little bit of fame. Fortune is the isolation trap. You get the money, but your circle shrinks. You don't know who to trust anymore because every single one has a price. If you don't believe me, you must not have tasted success yet, because I promise you, your homeboys that you went to high school with, that you grew up with, yeah, they're not really your friends. At least most of them aren't. And they're not gonna be there when you glow up, because they're gonna think that you owe them something. And the second that you don't return whatever it is that they think you owe them, they're gonna be gone. They're gonna be the first ones in your DMs congratulating you, telling you they love you, and they'll be the first ones on Facebook talking trash about you to their other friends. You're gonna work nonstop, you're gonna sacrifice your time, and you're gonna realize at the end of it that money doesn't hold you. Money doesn't hug you back. Money's not there for you on your hard days. You tend to become rich in things, but poor in meaning, because that's what you sacrificed in order to get rich. YouTube, TikTok, they are full of these channels who do nothing but entertain you. That's all they are. There's no value content anymore. It's just entertainment. Anything that'll make you watch, and I mean anything. You'll get more subscribers, you'll get more likes, but you try to do something that actually matters and see how many people pay attention. No doubt a few people will, but people mainly just want to be entertained. That's what I mean whenever I say that people will sell their soul, or, sell out is where the term comes from. They'll sacrifice the meaning of their purpose just to acquire riches, because they think that that was the end goal in the first place anyway. And finally, we come to females, the desire trap. You get the woman, but you lose your center. You start chasing pleasure over purpose. You'll give up your power, your masculine frame, to get attention, and then wake up empty, even if you're next to her. There's a verse in the Bible that says, "Do not give your strength to that which destroyeth kings." It doesn't say you're not to be with women or to enjoy women or anything like that. It says not to give your strength to them. In other words, they cannot be your priority. I would love to show you guys my DMs sometime. Now, I'm not, okay? But I would love to show you the men in my DMs, because I promise you, the majority of them, they're not dumb. They're successful in their life, but when it comes to women, it's always the Achilles heel of the successful man. Almost every single time. They've made a name for themselves, they've made a good bit of fortune, and guess what? They still cannot act like a man and get the right woman. They end up sleeping around. They end up choosing women that don't respect them or that only see them as a bank. They don't know how to choose a competent partner. She can be your peace or your poison. And if you don't know who you are as a man, you will lose yourself in her and in that relationship. And you think it's love, but what it really is weakness. You are giving her the strength of that role and she will hate you for it because you're the man. You're the one that's gonna lead that relationship, and if you're gonna put that burden on her, she will resent you for it, even if she never says that out loud. Choose two, master one, and be willing to sacrifice the third for the one. Trying to pursue all three of these things at once in life will split your attention. It will fracture your focus to where your energy that should be spent mastering this role over here, which will bring you the most success, will be splintered and fractured amongst all these other things that you should not be giving your attention to yet. For instance, when you're in your teenage years, your early 20s, and you're telling me that your biggest focus in life is to be a good husband and a good father, what the f is wrong with you? Did no one ever tell you that there are more important things in this life than women? Because I promise you something, hypergamy is very real, and if you don't upgrade yourself and keep building and keep going, the odds that that woman will stay with you long term, the more that she loses respect for you year after year after year, because guess what? She sees her friends and your friends growing in life and you're kind of just staying the same. You're not really building yourself. You don't really have that much more money. You got a cool manager title. Congratulations, and you're gonna do that for the next 20 years and she knows it. That's why women like to check out of a relationship before anything ever happens, because they know they can't respect you long term if you do that. Then of course we have the psychopaths who would sacrifice fame or their name for money or for women, and those guys never make it far in relationships either. They're the ones that are cheaters. They're the ones that are gonna use and abuse women. Then we have my personal favorite, the guys who put fame above everything else. These are the guys you see going around in Gucci belts in high school and stupid shit like that. Because here's the thing, you know damn good and well they can't actually afford that. They probably don't even have a girlfriend. They surely aren't going anywhere in life, but they want you to think they are. That's them placing their fame, who they appear to be to others, above anything else in their life. And you know what they're gonna have for that? Nothing. They've sacrificed who they actually are to get your attention with some Gucci flip-flops. That's the depth of their character. Those men are not to be trusted. Don't become friends with them, don't date them. Lil bro, between fame, fortune, and females, which one are you gonna focus on? You've got this. I've got you. I'll see you in the next one.